Flight 100.5 is conducting a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test.
Issued for Peoria, Arizona. This is the Arizona Department of Public Safety. Peoria police seek the public's help in locating Walter Henry Olson, a 77-year-old Caucasian male, 6 feet 0 inches, 170 pounds, with gray hair and hazel eyes. Walter was last observed wearing a dark-colored polo shirt and dark green shorts. Walter was last observed on December 20, 2023 at 4 p.m. near 91st Avenue and West Bell Road, Peoria, AZ, when he visited a car dealership to retrieve a part for his truck. Walter is driving in his 2012, dark silver Ford F-350 crew cab truck bearing Washington license plate B94683V. The truck has a distinctive bumper sticker on the right rear bumper which says "Pray" with an American flag. If you have contact with the Silver Alert, please call 911. Monitor TV and radio for updates.
This is a weekly test of the emergency alert system. This is a weekly test of the emergency alert system. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
This is a required test of the emergency alert system for broadcast stations in Hawaii. No action required.
Flood warning in effect until late this afternoon. Minor flooding is forecast. The areas affected include northeast Cape Fear River near Chickapin. The hazardous conditions are expected from until late this afternoon. Impacts at 13.0 feet. Lowland flooding adjacent to the river and its tributaries is expected. River access docks are impacted as well. Additional details, at 3:30 a.m. Thursday the stage was 12.9 feet. Forecast, the river is expected to rise above flood stage early this morning to a crest of 13.2 feet this morning. It will then fall below flood stage late this morning. Flood stage is 13.0 feet. http://www.weather.gov/safety/flood.
Test. This is a statewide required monthly test of the Emergency Alert System, originating from the Pennsylvania Emergency Management Agency, Harrisburg. This is only a test.
Is testing its emergency alert system, EAS. This is only a test.
This is a coordinated monthly test of the broadcast stations of your area. Equipment that can quickly warn you during emergencies is being tested. If this had been an actual emergency, such as a tornado or flash flood or a civil emergency warning, official messages would have followed the alert tone. This concludes this test of the Emergency Alert System.
Authorities have issued a required weekly test for all of Alaska beginning at 5 o'clock a.m. and ending at 5:15 a.m. This is a required weekly test of the Emergency Alert System and the Alaska Amber Alert System. Log only.
This is a weekly test of the Emergency Alert System. This concludes this test of the Emergency Alert System. This is a weekly test of the Emergency Alert System. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
The civil authorities have issued a child abduction emergency for Nevada, CA, Placer, CA, Sacramento, CA, Sutter, CA, Dallas, CA, and Yuba, CA, beginning at 6:31 a.m. and ending at 8:31 a.m. Amber Alert Child Abduction Emergency. Details at http://chp.click/alert.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test.
Issue the required weekly test for Jackson, Illinois, beginning at 7 o'clock a.m. and ending at 7:30 p.m. The required weekly test for the emergency alert system at 11 o'clock a.m. and ending at 12 o'clock p.m. This is the required weekly test of the North Dakota Emergency Alert System. This concludes the test. No action is necessary.
Impacts at 18.5 feet. Hancock Peanut Mill is affected in Cortland. Additional details at 8:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Thursday. The stage was 15.4 feet. Bankville stage is 12.0 feet. Forecast: the river is expected to rise above flood stage late this afternoon to a crest of 17.0 feet tomorrow evening. It will then fall below flood stage Saturday afternoon. Flood stage is 16.0 feet. Flood history: this crest compares to a previous crest of 17.0 feet on February 11, 1943. http://www.weather.gov/safety/flood.
This is a weekly test of the emergency alert system. This is a weekly test of the emergency alert system. This is a weekly test of the emergency alert system. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
Flood warning in effect from late tonight to Saturday afternoon. What minor flooding is forecast? Where? At Hoopie River near Reedsville. When? From late tonight to Saturday afternoon. Impacts at 11.0 feet. Water enters the backyards of some homes in the Joy Bluff community. Additional details at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Thursday. The stage was 10.4 feet. Forecast: the river is expected to rise above flood stage early Friday morning to a crest of 11.2 feet early Friday afternoon. It will then fall below flood stage early Saturday morning. Flood stage is 11.0 feet.
From the State of Idaho Emergency Alert System. In the event of an emergency, this system would bring you important information. This test was conducted from the Idaho State Communications Center in Meridian, Idaho, and is now concluded.
This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
Authorities have issued a required weekly test for all of Virginia beginning at 11:30 a.m. and ending at 12:30 p.m. A required weekly test has been issued for all Virginia. Tune to your local TV or radio station.
This is a weekly test of the emergency alert system. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
The National Weather Service in Los Angeles, Oxnard, has issued a flash flood warning for southeastern Santa Barbara County in southwestern California. This includes the cities of Santa Barbara and surrounding areas until 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time Thursday. At 8:42 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Doppler radar and automated rain gauges indicated heavy rain falling across the warned area. Between 1 and 4 inches of rain have fallen since yesterday evening. Through 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time this afternoon, additional rainfall amounts up to 4 inches are expected. Rainfall rate around 1 inch per hour are expected at times. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly. Hazard, life-threatening flash flooding. Heavy rain producing flash flooding. Significant landslides and other debris flows. Source, radar and automated gauges. Impact, life-threatening flash flooding of creeks and streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses. Mudslides and rock slides. Some locations that will experience flash flooding include Santa Barbara, Montecito, Santa Ynez, Carpinteria, Summerlin, El Capitan State Beach, Reef Field State Beach, Goleta, Highway 154 over San Marcos Pass, Santa Barbara Airport, and Lake Katuma. Turn around. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. Be aware of your surroundings and do not drive on flooded roads.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test. This has been a test of the emergency alert system. This was only a test.
This is Franklin County Emergency Management conducting a required weekly test of the emergency alert system. If this were an actual emergency, this system would bring you important information. The following tones will conclude this test. A test. Renville County.
This is a weekly test of the emergency alert system. Emergency alert system. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
Authorities have issued a required weekly test for all of Michigan beginning at 12:58 p.m. and ending at 1:58 p.m. This is a required weekly test of the emergency alert system, originating from the Michigan State Police State Emergency Operations Center in Lansing. If this had been an actual emergency such as a tornado, toxic material release, nuclear plant incident, widespread phone or power outage, or other state or local emergency that affects your safety, official messages would have followed the alert tone. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system. The civil authorities have issued a required weekly test for all of Oregon and Clark WA, beginning at 2:04 p.m. and ending at 5:04 p.m. This is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test, no action is needed. This is only a test.
The following is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test.
This is a weekly test of the emergency alert system. This is a weekly test of the emergency alert system.
The civil authorities have issued a required monthly test for all of Kentucky beginning at 2:50 p.m. and ending at 3:50 p.m. This is a coordinated monthly test of the Kentucky Emergency Alert System. This has been a test of the EAS network. No action is needed. This is only a test.
Occasional showers. This is the National Weather Service office in Honolulu, Hawaii. The preceding signal was a test of the NOAA Weather Radio's public warning system. This is only a test. Tests of this signal are normally conducted every Wednesday between 11 a.m. and noon. If there is a threat of severe weather on the day of the test, it will be postponed to the next available fair weather day. For hazardous watches and warnings, the following alarm tone will be activated for the following counties. In the KBA 99 listening area, Kauai, Honolulu, Maui, and Hawaii counties. In the WZ 2557 listening area, Hawaii County. In the WWG 75 listening area, Maui and Hawaii counties. In the WWG 27 listening area, Hawaii County. This concludes the weekly test. We now return to our recorded programming.
Emergency alert system of the inland. In the event of an actual emergency, broadcasters would be bringing you important public safety information.
This is a weekly test of the emergency alert system. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
The New Hampshire
This is a test. This station is participating in a coordinated monthly test of the Rhode Island Operational Area Emergency Alert System. The Rhode Island broadcasters, in cooperation with federal, state, and local authorities, have developed this system to provide immediate warning information or instructions. If this had been an actual emergency, the attention signal you just heard would have been followed by official news, information, or instructions. This concludes the test of the emergency alert system.
This is a weekly test of the emergency alert system. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system. This is a weekly test of the emergency alert system. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
WTIC Radio is conducting a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test.
This is a weekly test of the emergency alert system. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system. This is a weekly test of the emergency alert system. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system. This is a weekly test of the emergency alert system.
Alerting system. This is only a test.
This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
The civil authority that issued the required weekly test for Hidden beginning at around 50 a.m. and ending at around 6:30 a.m. This is a test of the emergency alert system. This is
conducting the required
This is a test from Servant Virtual.
Wednesday at 5:24 p.m. on Friday, December 22nd, 2023. A freezing rain warning is in effect for Fairburn, Mansfield, New and Dufferin counties, in Happiness, Hanover, Gentleman, Southern Grey County, Barry Hollywood, Hillsdale and Midland. Le Canada a eu une alerte dans votre région à 17h21, heure normale de l'Est. Le vendredi 22 décembre 2023, un avertissement de pluie verglaçante est en vigueur pour Shelburne, Mansfield, comté de Dufferin Nord, Ennisfield, de 15-7, Angus, Hanover, Dindo, comté de Gris Sud, Berry, Collingwood, Hillsdale et Midland, de Coldwater Lake.
This is a weekly test of the emergency alert system. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system. This is a weekly test of the emergency alert system. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
Air 1, worship now.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. This has been a test of the emergency alert system, designed to keep you informed of national, state, and local emergencies. Air 1, worship now.
Air 1.
WHDM, WHNY, WHNY-FM, and WLZK now conducts a test of the emergency alert system. WHDM, WHNY, WHNY-FM, and WLZK now conducts a test of the emergency alert system.
And when you use code Gorka,
This is a weekly test of the emergency alert system. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system. This is a weekly test of the emergency alert system. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system. This is a weekly test of the emergency alert system. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
Can you see by the dawn's early light was so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we walked were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets
K236CK Warrenton.
KWRE Warrenton, Troy, Winsville.
This is a weekly test of the emergency alert system. This is a weekly test of the emergency alert system. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system. This is a weekly test of the emergency alert system. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
Civil authorities have issued a required weekly test for MZMN, beginning at 10:28 a.m. and ending at 11:28 a.m. This is a required weekly test.
For outlook through tonight. No hazardous weather is expected at this time. And now the extended outlook for the period Sunday through Friday. No hazardous weather is expected at this time. This is a test of the NOAA radio warning alarm device. During potentially dangerous weather situations, specially built receivers are automatically activated to warn of the impending hazard. This is a test of the NOAA radio warning alarm device. During potentially dangerous weather situations, specially built receivers are automatically activated to warn of the impending hazard. Tests are normally conducted by the National Weather Service every Wednesday and Saturday between 10 a.m. and 12 noon. When there is a threat of severe weather in the area, the test is postponed until the first good weather day. Reception of this broadcast and the alarm tone will vary from place to place. This variability, normally more noticeable at greater distances from the transmitter, will occur even though you are using a good quality receiver in perfect working order. The warning alarm will be activated for severe thunderstorm, tornado, and flash flood watches, and for severe weather warnings affecting the following counties in the KIH-54 listening area: Bibb, Blunt, Chilton, Coosa, Jefferson, St. Clair, Shelby, Tuscaloosa, and Rocker. This has been a test of the NOAA radio warning alarm device. We now return to our normal programming. Here is your National Weather Service forecast for the Winfield listening area. Today, mostly. Now here is the hazardous weather outlook for the counties served by the National Weather Service Office in Birmingham. For outlook through tonight, no hazardous weather is expected.
The civil authorities have issued a required weekly test for Madison KY, beginning at 10:20 p.m. and ending at 10:35 p.m. This is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test, no action is needed. This is only a test.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. This has been a test of the emergency alert system. If this had been an actual emergency, an official message would have followed the alert tone. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.